Hi 10th, welcome back to my channel. And mm, I know that you are in a serious preparation for your midterm exam. I came with a few collection of questions, and sure these questions will help you in your midterm exam to score good mark. And as I said, I have a collection of questions, some around 10 questions. I collected these questions, randomly from the chapters. That means I have a guide, and I select this question randomly. Okay. That means we are not going to discuss some questions from a specific chapter. Not like that. I have few questions, and I selected these questions from different chapters. Clear. And as I said, this question will be really helpful for you. And shall we discuss those questions? Simple question, but simple. But the problem is maybe some questions will create little bit confusion. That's why I plan to discuss this question. And next video onwards, you can expect different kind of question, and that will be really helpful for your term 1 maths exam. Okay, so without wasting much time, we are going to discuss those questions. Okay, so please find time to watch the video. Okay, because in between puja holidays are there, so you will be busy with the because holidays, I can understand, but still you are supposed to find out time to watch this video. As I said, this will be really helpful for you. Okay, so shall we discuss? Okay. So this is the first question which I selected. The question is, I'm not going to write the question, complete, but you are supposed to write the question. Okay, I will just write the main point of the question. So I will read out the question. After how many places the rational number 13 by 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 2, please write like this, terminates? After how many places rational number 13 divided by 2 raised to 3 into 5 square terminates? That is the question. What is the meaning of the question? This is a kind of rational number, no? Yes. After how many, we just find out the decimal expansion of this rational number. Then, after how many places it terminates means that you are supposed to find out the decimal positions. I will explain. If you feel any doubt, I will explain. So, after how many places this rational number terminates? So, how to solve this question? Very simple. Just find out the decimal expansion first. In order to find out the decimal expansion, actually no need to find out the decimal expansion, but how to treat with how to predict about the decimal expansion, about the nature of the decimal expansion of a rational number depending upon its denominator. I repeat, ഇവിടുത്തെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ അർത്ഥം എന്താണ്? ആഫ്റ്റർ ഹൗ മെനി പ്ലേസസ് ദ റാഷണൽ നമ്പർ ദിസ് വൺ ടെർമിനേറ്റ്സ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇതിൻ്റെ ഡെസിമൽ എക്സ്പാൻഷൻ കണ്ടുപിടിച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എത്ര ഡെസിമൽ പൊസിഷൻ ഉണ്ടാകുമെന്നാണ് ചോദ്യത്തിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം. ഓക്കെ, ഇനി അങ്ങനെ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് വി നോ ദാറ്റ് ഹൗ ടു പ്രെഡിക്റ്റ് ദ ഡെസിമൽ എക്സ്പാൻഷൻ ഓഫ് റാഷണൽ നമ്പർ. ഹൗ? We know how to predict the nature of the decimal expansion. If the denominator is in the form some 2 raised to something into 5 raised to something, it will be terminates. Isn't it? It will be a terminating decimal expansion. Then, if the denominator is not in the form 2 raised to something into 5 raised to something, it will be non-terminating or repeating. But what about this rational number? Here the denominator is in the form some 2 raised to something into 5 raised to something. So, the decimal expansion of this rational number will terminate. Anyway, it will terminate. But after how many places it terminates? That's a question. So, in order to solve this kind of question is very important for your term 1 exam and mid-term exam. You just write the rational number as it is. What is, this method actually. What is the power of 2? 3. What is the power of 5? 2. I'm explaining how to solve this kind of a question. The power of 2 is 3, power of 5 is 2. Which is the maximum power or which is the greatest power? 3 is the greatest power among 2 and 5. That means the power of 2 is 3, power of 5 is 2. So when we compare the powers, 3 is the maximum or 3 is the greatest power. So what I am planning is, I am going to make the powers are equal. Which is the greatest power? 3. So I am going to make the power of 2 and power of 5 as 3. So first of all, let me explain once again. You are supposed to choose the greatest power. The power of 2 is 3, power of 5 is 2. So the greatest power is 3. So what is the next step? We should make both powers as 3. Here the power of 2 is already 3. So we are supposed to make the power of 5 as 3. So in order to make the power of 5 as 2, 5 as 3, what we should do? Here the power of 5 is 2 already. So we should make it as 3. So you should multiply with 5 raised to 1. Here in the denominator 5 raised to 1, when you multiply denominator with any number, you are supposed to multiply with the same number in the numerator also. Okay. So what I did, compare the power of 2 and 5. It was 3 and it was 2. So the maximum power is 3. So what I am going to do, I am going to make the power of 2 and 5 as 3. Here the power of 2 is already 3. So no need to disturb 2. But the power of 5 is only 2. We are supposed to make it as 3. So in order to make the power of 5 as 3, here already 2 is there. So just multiply with the 5 raised to 1. എങ്കിലാണ് 2 1 കൂടെ 3 ആവുള്ളൂ. Okay. And by which number I multiplied in the denominator with the same number, you should multiply in the numerator also. Okay. So now it become numerator is 13 into 5 divided by, because 5 raised to 1 is 5 itself, and the denominator is 2 raised to 3 as it is. What is 5 raised to 2 into 5 raised to 1? We know that 5 raised to 2 plus 5 raised to 2 into 5 raised to 1 is, how we can find out 5 raised to 2 into 5 raised to 1? Just write 5 as it is, then add the powers. If the bases are same, in order to multiply to exponents, it is in exponential form. So in order to multiply this, just write the base as it is and add the powers. 2 plus 1, 3. Now what we did, we made the powers are same. So what we have to do is, no need to multiply this, just write as it is, because we don't want to find the decimal expansion. If the question is to calculate the decimal expansion, you should multiply this. But here the question is not to calculate the decimal expansion. Here the question is, after how many places it terminates. So no need to multiply. Okay. So what is 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 3? We know that it is 2 into 5 all raised to 3. That means it is 10 raised to 3. 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 3 is, since the powers are same, just multiply 2 and 5, 10. 10 raised to 3 will be the answer, because the powers are same. So it becomes, how many zeros are there in 10 raised to 3? 3 zeros are there, no? So the answer will be, after 3 places, the decimal expansion will terminate. So answer for the question is, the question was after how many places the rational number terminates. After 3 places, the rational number will terminate. That is answer for the question. Okay, so this is the way to how to solve this kind of question. Once again, let me repeat. Here the question is this one. We are supposed to calculate, we are supposed to find out after how many places the decimal expansion terminates. So what we should do, we should see the denominator first. Here the denominator is already in the form 2 raised to something into 5 raised to something, so sure it terminates. So what we are supposed to do is, we are supposed to make the here the 2 is there and 5 is there. We should make the powers are same. Here the power of 2 is 3, power of 5 is 2. So I should make the power of 5 also as 3. So I multiply with the 5 raised to 1. Then only I can make the power of 5 as 3. Are you following me? Now you just see, it is 13, then into 5 as it is, then 2 raised to 3 as it is. 5 raised to 2 into 5 raised to 1 is 5 raised to 3. So what we did, we made the powers are same. And very next step, I just write this numerator as it is, no need to multiply. And here 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 3 is 2 into 5, that is 10 raised to 3. So after 3 places, the decimal expansion will terminate. If it is 10 raised to 4, after 4 places. If it is 10 raised to 5, after 5 places. So this is the method of doing this kind of problem. And moving to the very next question, let me draw the figure. This is the figure for the second question. So just draw the figure very fast. Just draw this kind of a figure. This is 2 electric posts. Okay, these are the 2 electric posts. Electric post. Actually this question belongs to application trigonometry, but still the question can be, the board people can include this kind of a question from in the chapter Introduction to Trigonometry also, because this is a kind of application for the chapter trigonometry. But actually, as I said, it belongs to application of trigonometry, but maybe we can expect this kind of a question in Introduction to Trigonometry also. I will help you how to solve this kind of a question. And write the question after drawing the figure. Just below that, write the question. 2 electric posts, one is with height 6 meter and another is with height 13 meter. Stands on a ground. Full stop. The distance between the foot of the electric post is 12 meter. Find out the distance between the top of the electric post. This is the question. So what is given? Two electric posts are there. One is with a height 6 meter and another with a height 13 meter. See, 6 meter and 13 meter. Obviously, this electric post's height is more than this one because this is only 6 meter. This is 13 meter. So we are supposed to draw the figure in that way. Clear? And the distance between the foot of the electric post is given. This is the foot of the first electric post and this is the foot of the second electric post. That distance is given. Distance between the foot is given 12 meter. So you are supposed to find out the distance between the head or distance between the top of the electric post. That means you are supposed to find out this distance. This distance you are supposed to find out. So you can mark it as some AB. AB represents the foot of the electric post and AC represents the first electric post and BD represents the second electric post. So you are supposed to calculate the value of or the measure of or the length of CD. Clear? That is the question. So in order to do that, what we should do? This is the first electric post, no? So I'm going to draw a line from the head or from the top of the first electric post. I'm going to draw a line from the top of the first electric post towards the second electric post. That means I'm going to draw a perpendicular. Actually, it is not a line. I'm going to draw a perpendicular from the top of the first electric post towards the second electric post. This is that perpendicular. ഞാൻ എന്താ ചെയ്തത്? ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ആദ്യത്തെ ഇലക്ട്രിക് പോസ്റ്റിൻ്റെ മുകളിൽ നിന്നും രണ്ടാമത്തെ ഇലക്ട്രിക് പോസ്റ്റിലോട്ടൊരു പെർപെൻഡിക്കുലർ വരയ്ക്കുക. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഏതാണോ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ അത് ചിലപ്പോൾ ഇലക്ട്രിക് പോസ്റ്റ് ആയിരിക്കും, ചിലപ്പോൾ ടവർ ആയിരിക്കും, എന്തും ആയിക്കോട്ടെ. വി ആർ ഗോയിങ് ടു ഡിസ്കസ് ദിസ് കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് മെനി ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഇൻ ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ചാപ്റ്റർ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ട്രിഗ്നോമെട്രി. സോ വാട്ട് ഐ ഡിഡ്, ഐ ഡ്രോൺ എ perpendicular line from the top of the first electric post towards the second electric post, and this is that perpendicular. Perpendicular, it will make 90 degree with the base, obviously. And if this is 12 meter, this is also will be 12 meter. Why? Because from the figure it's clear, it is very clear that this distance and this distance are equal. From the figure it is very clear this distance and this distance are equal. And similarly, if this is 6, then this is also going to be 6. That means this is also going to be 6. Any problem? From the figure it's very clear. See, this is very clear. You just think about this whiteboard. Obviously this distance and that distance are equal, and obviously this distance and that distance are equal. In the same way, because this is a proper rectangle, that's why. And the same way, actually this is a rectangle. From the figure it's very clear that this is a rectangle. We made a rectangle actually. By drawing this perpendicular, we will get a rectangle. So the opposite sides are equal. That means if this is 12, this is 12. If this is 6 and this is 6. So what was the total distance of the second electric post? It was 13. See, 13. The total, I repeat, the total distance of the second electric post, it was 13. That means the total distance means BD. BD was 13. And now we got this distance. What is that? 6. So what will be this distance? How we will get this distance? I repeat, BD is actually 13 meter because BD represents the height of the second electric post, that is 13 meter. So let me name it as some P. So BD is actually 13 meter. And what is BP? Just now we got the value of BP as 6 meter. Then what will be this one? PD. I need this distance, PD. I repeat once again, BD 13 and just now we got the distance of BP as 6 because this BP will be equal to AC and AC represents the first height of the first electric post. So, BP will be equal to AC. So, they are 6. Okay, BD is 13 and BP is 6. Then what will be this one? We know that this BP plus PD will give you the total distance 13. I repeat, we know that BP plus PD will give you the total distance 13. So this is 6. Then what will be this one? 6 plus what will give you the total 13? It's very simple. You just use the logic. 6 plus what? Because when you add this quantity with the 6, you will get the total distance, that is 13. Then what will be this distance? You know how we will get that? What we should add with the 6 to get 13? Just subtract 6 from 13. 13 minus 6 will give you this answer. What is that? 7. Yes, you are right. This is 7. That means this PD is 7. Clear? Because what? 7 plus 6 is nothing but 13. So let me draw this right triangle only to the right side, because it's very difficult to understand from that figure. I'm going to draw this right triangle CPD separately. CPD. And we understood that CP is nothing but 12. And DP is nothing but, we understood DP as 7, and we are supposed to find out the value of CD actually. What will be that CD? You can use Pythagoras theorem. Base square plus height square is equal to hypotenuse square. That means CD square, hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. That is 144 plus 49. You know that, no? So CD square will be 193, I think. Is it so? Yes. If I made any mistake in between, you should call me and inform me. Okay. So we are supposed to find out the measure of CD actually. What will be CD then? CD will be square root of 193. That will be the answer. Is it clear? This number is not having any square root, no? So just write CD as square root of 193. That's it. Okay. You may understand, no? So this is the answer. So we understood. We find out the distance between the top, that is root 193 meter. Clear? Moving to the next question. And next question, I will give you some hints. This is about a rhombus, and this problem also we can easily solve out by using Pythagoras theorem. This is a rhombus and its diagonals are given, that is 16 and 12. What is the special? This is 16 centimeter and this is 12 centimeter. You should be alert. I will not solve out all the questions. I will give you some hints to solve. So this is a rhombus and the diagonals are 12 centimeter and 16 centimeter. What is the specialty of rhombus? It will bisect perpendicularly. That means the angle between the angle between the diagonals of the rhombus are 90 degree, and this diagonal will bisect this diagonal, and this diagonal will bisect this diagonal. That in short, this length will be equal to this length and this length will be equal to this length, because the diagonals of rhombus are perpendicular bisectors. So first of all, angle between them are 90 degree, and this will be equal to this and this will be equal to this one. So the total distance, it was 16, no? So this will be 8 and this will be 8. Its total distance was 12. So this will be 6 and this will be 6. And here the question is to calculate the side of the rhombus. That means you are supposed to calculate this side or this side or this side or this side, because all the sides are equal. So I'm mentioning the side as x, and consider this right triangle. This is a right triangle. Okay, consider this right triangle. Obviously this is the base of the right triangle and this is the height of the right triangle, and this is going to be the hypotenuse. Why? Because in a right triangle, side opposite to 90 degree, this is 90 degree, so this side is going to be hypotenuse. So just consider this right triangle and apply Pythagoras theorem. We will get the value of x. This is hypotenuse, so our side will be hypotenuse of this right triangle. So base square plus height square will give you hypotenuse square. Then take the square root. In that way, we will find out we can easily find out the hypotenuse. Side of the rhombus. And next question is this kind of a question. A triangle, we know that this question is very simple. A triangle where this line is parallel to this line. Since this line is parallel to this line, we can easily make use of Thales theorem. And this side is given as some x plus 2, some 3x, some x minus 2. They will provide this kind of information. This side is equal to some x, this kind is this one. Okay, they may give this kind of information. So how to find out the value of x? Here the question may be to find out the value of x. How? By using Thales theorem. We know that if this is already parallel to this side. We know that if this is parallel to this one, by using Thales theorem, this divided by this will be equal to this divided by this, isn't it? That means x divided by x plus 2. X divided by x plus 2 will be equal to what? 3x divided by x minus 2. A ratio. If a line joining, what was the theorem? I forgot. If a line is parallel to the third side of that triangle, then that line divides the remaining two sides in equal ratio. So by writing this one, you just cross multiply. If A by B is equal to C by D, then AD will be equal to BC. Just like that, x into x minus 2 will be equal to 3x into x plus 2. Then open the bracket, x square minus 2x will be equal to, open the bracket, 3x square plus 6x, and take all the terms together. So it becomes x square minus 2x, just write as it is in the left side. Take this 3x square to left side. Actually the question is to calculate the value of x. Take 6x to left side, it becomes minus 6x, right side will be 0. Okay, now it becomes x square minus 2x square is minus 2x square, then minus 2x minus 2x is minus 8x equal to 0. And this is a kind of quadratic equation. We didn't discuss anything about quadratic equation. No. എനിവേ ഇതുപോലത്തെ ഒരു ഫോം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വരില്ല, കാരണം അത് ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് ഇക്വേഷൻ സോൾവ് ചെയ്തെങ്കിൽ ഇത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എക്സിൻ്റെ വാല്യൂ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. പക്ഷേ ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് ഇക്വേഷൻ നമുക്ക് തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇത് ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എക്സാമിന് മിഡ് ടൈമിന് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ വരുവാണെങ്കിൽ അത് ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് ഫോമിൽ എത്തൂല. എന്തായാലും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പെട്ടെന്ന് ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സോൾവ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന രീതിയിൽ വരികയുള്ളൂ. ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് ആയിട്ടൊരു കോംപ്ലക്സിലോട്ട് വരില്ല, കാരണം നമുക്ക് അത് ഫസ്റ്റ് ടൈമിൽ ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ആവാത്ത ചാപ്റ്ററാണ് ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക്. അതൊന്നും നമുക്ക് പേടിക്കേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല. ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഫോമിലോട്ട് വരില്ല, കാരണം ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഫോമിലോട്ട് വന്നാൽ ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് ആവും. അപ്പോൾ ഈ മെത്തേഡാണ് ഉപയോഗിക്കേണ്ടതെന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കി, ഇങ്ങനെ ക്രോസ് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്ത് എക്സിൻ്റെ വാല്യൂ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുന്ന മെത്തേഡ്. ഓക്കെ, മൂവിങ് ടു ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. ഇതൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കി വെക്കുക. ഇത് കുറച്ച് കീ പോയിൻറ്റ്സ് ആണ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു തരുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് 2-3 ഓപ്ഷൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. ഞാൻ ഈ അയക്കുന്ന വീഡിയോ ഒക്കെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ലെറ്റ് ഇറ്റ് ബി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് വിടാം. അങ്ങനെ വിടുന്ന കുറേ കുട്ടികളെ എനിക്കറിയാം. പക്ഷേ സീരിയസ് ആയിട്ട് കാണുകയും ഈ ലിങ്കുകളൊക്കെ കോപ്പി ചെയ്ത് സംരക്ഷിച്ച് വെക്കുന്ന, ഫ്യൂച്ചർ പർപ്പസിന് വേണ്ടി ഈ ഞാൻ അയക്കുന്ന വീഡിയോസിൻ്റെ ലിങ്കൊക്കെ സേവ് ചെയ്ത് ഒരു കോർണറിൽ ഫോണിൽ സൂക്ഷിച്ച് വെക്കുന്ന കുട്ടികളെ എനിക്കറിയാം. എനിക്ക് നേരിട്ട് അവരുടെ ഫോണിൽ എന്നെ കാണിച്ചു തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട് അവർ. അപ്പം ഈ 2 രീതിയിലുള്ള കുട്ടികളും ഉണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ. അപ്പം സൗകര്യമുള്ള പോലെ ചെയ്യാൻ ഞാൻ നിർബന്ധിക്കില്ല ഇതൊന്നും നിങ്ങൾ പഠിക്കണമെന്ന്. പക്ഷേ ഇതൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അത്യാവശ്യമുള്ള കാര്യമാണ്. അല്ലാതെ ഞാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ വീഡിയോ ചെയ്യേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ലല്ലോ. നിങ്ങൾക്കിപ്പം ഏകദേശം കുട്ടികളൊക്കെ നേരിട്ട് വിളിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, അപ്പോൾ അവർക്കൊന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുത്താൽ മതി എന്തെങ്കിലും. പക്ഷേ ഇങ്ങനെ വീഡിയോ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിനത്രയും കാര്യമുണ്ട് എന്ന് തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾ വിചാരിച്ചോളൂ. ഇതെൻ്റെ ഒരു എക്സ്ട്രാ ടൈമാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ചെയ്തു തരുമ്പോൾ കുറച്ചും കൂടെ സീരിയസ് ആയിട്ട് എടുക്കുക. സോ മൂവിങ് ടു ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. ഓക്കെ, നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഈസ് sin theta is equal to a by b, what will be cos theta? This is the question. What is the question? If sin theta is equal to a by b, what will be cos theta? So in order to, if sin theta is given and if the question is to calculate cos theta, so what we should do? We should think about an identity which connecting sin theta and cos theta. Which is that identity? Yes, you are right. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. This is the identity. By making use of this identity, we can easily find out the value of cos theta. How? Substitute sin theta as a by b in this equation. So we replacing sin theta as a by b. So sin square theta will be a square by b square plus cos square theta as it is equal to 1. So this identity replace sin theta by this value. That's it. And we should find out the value of cos theta. So just maintain cos square theta in the left side. Take this a square by b square to right side. Right side already 1 is there. When we are taking this plus a square by b square to right side, it becomes minus a square by b square. Here the sign is plus. Okay. So it becomes cos square theta is equal to, you can make them denominator as 1, cross multiply. 1 into b square is b square minus 1 into a square is a square by b square, as it is 1 into b square is b square. Okay, so we need cos theta. So if cos square theta is equal to this one, cos theta will be square root. What is square root of b square minus a square? You can write square root of b square minus a square itself. And what is square root of b square? B. So this will be the answer. You may understand, no? So this is a kind of very important questions. Okay, and otherwise this is one of the answer, and maybe they will include some other option. That means if a student who solved this question up to this much, and when he search for the correct option, if he failed to find out the option, because see, what I'm saying is I solved this much, and there will be 4 options, and there should be one option like this, then only I can darken that bubble. Okay, but there exists one more answer. I will show you, because I don't know which option they are going to they are going to give you. So I will give you one more answer for the same question. This is an answer. If there is an option like this, you can darken this bubble, and there exists one more answer. Actually, cos square theta is equal to b square minus a square by b square, no? So see, actually, this is one of the answer, and I'm explaining one more possible answer for the same question. Okay, we solve this much. Cos square theta is equal to what? It was cos square theta is equal to 1 minus a square by b square, no? See, that one we wrote it as 1 by 1. Okay, so you may understood this much. Okay, so one answer we found out. This is one of the answer, and there may exist one more answer. Cos square theta is equal to 1 minus a square by b square, isn't it? And what we did in the last step, we wrote this one as 1 by 1, then we cross multiply and we did everything, and we found an answer. And one more, the next answer is, instead of cross multiplying, you can write in this way also. If cos square theta is equal to this one, cos theta will be its square root of 1 minus a square by b square. This also can be the answer. Okay, if this is there in the option, just darken this bubble. If this is there in the option, darken this bubble. There won't be two there won't be two options like this. No, there will be only one answer among these two options. You may understood, no? I am just explaining all the possibilities, because this is OMR test paper. So moving to the next question, very important question. As I mentioned, the next question is going to be very, very important question. This is question. Just draw the figure first. Actually, this is a new concept for us. Actually, this question came from triangle, but we didn't discuss any concept like this. This is a new concept other than that chapter. Actually, this concept came from the chapter triangle, but in 10th standard, there is no concept like this actually in that chapter. Okay, so this is a kind of standard question. They choose this question from maybe some other material other than the textbook. Okay, so this is a very new concept. Draw the figure, and I will give you a question. Very important question. Okay, the question is, in triangle ABC, AB is 9 centimeter. In triangle ABC, AE is the angle bisector of angle A. I repeat, in triangle ABC, AE is the angle bisector of angle A. What is the meaning of that? In triangle ABC, A is going to be the angle bisector, means this is the total angle A. And now this line AE divides the total angle A into two equal angles. That means this angle and this small angle will be equal. If this is 30 degree, this is also 30 degree. If it is 45 degree, this is 45 degree. That is what is angle bisector. Angle bisector is a line which divides the angle into two equal angles, two equal small angles. You may understand, no? So angle bisector is a line which divides a total angle into two small equal angles. So in triangle ABC, A is the angle bisector. Very important question. If there is no other way, just by heart this kind of a question. Okay, because they may choose the same question or the same model exam, same model question in board exam. So ABC is a triangle where A is an angle bisector of angle A. Then AB is equal to 9 centimeter, B is equal to 3.6, and EC is equal to 2.4. Find out AC. This is the question. So how to solve this question? There exists a theorem, but I repeat, the theorem is not belongs to that chapter, but you should learn that theorem. This is a some external, what we can say, out of the syllabus. We can say this question from out of the syllabus, but we should learn, because this is CBSE. They can choose some higher order standard question like this. So how to solve it? Solving this question is very simple, but we should learn a theorem. The theorem, in the sense, we are not going to write anything as sentence. So theorem is, if in a triangle, if there exists an angle bisector like this, then I repeat, if there exists a triangle like this, and if there exists an angle bisector like this, then this kind of a situation will hold a ratio. That ratio is given by AB by AC is equal to BE by EC. I repeat, okay, the theorem, you can write, you just write this thing in the right side as a note. Okay, Okay, I will give you a separate note to solve out this question. That note will helpful to solve out that question. This is a triangle, same type of a situation. This is a triangle ABC, and where AP is the angle bisector of angle A. Then if the situation is like this situation will hold, will satisfy a relation. That relation is AB by AC. I repeat, AB by AC will be equal to BP by BC. What? BP by PC. Okay, I repeat, if there is a triangle ABC where AP is the angle bisector of angle A, then this situation will satisfy a relation AB by AC, AB by BC is equal to BP by PC. This ratio, this situation will hold this ratio. So we can use this kind of you can treat it as a theorem. So we can apply the same theorem here, because they are using the same kind of a situation in this question, a triangle and angle bisector. So this kind of a ratio will hold here. What was the ratio? This side by this side is equal to this side by this side. So 9 by AC, isn't it? 9 by this side will be equal to this side by this side. That means 9 by AC will be equal to 3.6 by 2.4. Cross multiply. Then 9 into 2.4 will be equal to AC into 3.6. Then what will be AC? Maintain AC in the right side and take this 3.6 to left side. So it becomes 9 into 2.4 by 3.6. And now we can cancel. Here one decimal position is there. Here one decimal position is there. So in order to avoid that decimal position, so what I am going to do is I am going to multiply. In order to avoid that decimal position, I am going to multiply numerator and denominator with the 10. That means 9 into the AC will be 9 into 2.4 by 3.6. No, so only one decimal position. So in order to avoid that, let me multiply with the 10. So 9 into 2.4 divided by 3.6. I am going to multiply numerator and denominator with the 10 to avoid that decimal position. So AC will be 9 into, what is 2.4 into 10? 24. I can multiply with the same number in the numerator and denominator. 3.6 into 10 is 36. And we can cancel now with the 6. 4, then 6 are 36. Now we can cancel with the 3. Now we can cancel with the 2. So AC will be 3 into 2, 6. The value of AC will be 6 centimeter. You may understood now. Moving to the next question. Next question is very important question. Let me read the question. 3 bells toll at intervals 9, 12, 15 respectively. If they start tolling together, after how many hours will they next toll together? Give you one more. I will read you one more time. 3 bells toll at intervals 9, 12, 15 respectively. 3 bells toll at intervals 9, 12, 15 respectively. If they start tolling together, after how many hours will they next toll together? Very simple question, but it is little bit difficult to understand actually the meaning of the question. There exists 3 time beats or some 3 clock. Okay. And the first clock will produce an alarm after 9 minutes. And I am explaining the meaning of the question. And the second clock will ring, will produce an alarm after 12 minutes. This is the meaning of the question. And third clock or time beats which produce an alarm after 15 minutes. Okay. 9, 12, 15. So what happened is, in a specific time, these 3 clocks produce alarm together. It happened, unfortunately or fortunately, what happened in a particular day, at a particular time, they produced alarm together. Actually, the first clock will produce an alarm each after 9 minutes, and second clock will produce a beep sound or alarm after 12 minutes. And in some watches, the watches are producing some beep sound after 1 hour. Just like that, there exists some clocks. A clock, they produce some beep or alarm sound after 9 minutes. Then next clock will produce beep sound after 12 minutes. But the third clock will produce a beep sound after 15 minutes. But what happened in a particular time, they produce alarm together. It can happen sometimes, no? Then Then after, in a particular time they produce alarm together. Then the question is, then after how much minutes they will produce the alarm together again. ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം അവർ ഒരുമിച്ച് അടിച്ചു അലാറം ബീപ്പ് എന്നുള്ള സൗണ്ട് മൂന്നും ഒരുമിച്ച് ഒരു സമയത്ത് അടിച്ചു, ഏതോ ഒരു സമയത്ത്. ഇനി എപ്പോഴായിരിക്കും അങ്ങനെ അടിക്കുക ഒരുമിച്ച്? അതാണ് ചോദ്യം. ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഈ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യേണ്ട പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് LCM ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ എന്നോട് ചോദിക്കും, സാർ ഇത് LCM ആണെന്ന് എങ്ങനെയാണ് മനസ്സിലായത്? ഈ സിറ്റുവേഷൻ പോലത്തെ ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷൻ നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. എങ്ങനെയാണ്? രണ്ട് കുട്ടികൾ ഒരു സർക്കിളിൻ്റെ ചുറ്റും ഓടുന്നു. ആദ്യം ഒരു പർട്ടിക്കുലർ ടൈമിൽ അവർ ഒരുമിച്ച് കണ്ടുമുട്ടി. ഇനി ഏത് മിനിറ്റിലായിരിക്കും അവർ ഒരുമിച്ച് കണ്ടുമുട്ടുക? In that particular question, we applied the concept of LCM, no? So this is the kind of situation. ഇവിടെ ഓട്ടമല്ല, അലാറമാണെന്ന് മാത്രം. ആദ്യം അവർ ഒരുമിച്ച് അടിച്ചു, ഇനി എപ്പോഴാണ് അവർ ഒരുമിച്ച് അടിക്കുക എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഏകദേശം ഒരു സിമിലർ ആയിട്ടുള്ള സിറ്റുവേഷൻ അല്ലേ. സോ ഹിയർ ഓൾസോ വി ആർ ഗോയിങ് ടു അപ്ലൈ ദ കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് LCM. സോ യു ജസ്റ്റ് ഫൈൻഡ് ഔട്ട് ദ LCM ഓഫ് 9, 12, 15. In order to find out the LCM of 9, 12, 15, you should prime factorize first. Send it. And what we should do? LCM. In order to find out LCM, what we should do? Write HCF, another method. After prime factorization, we should write, in order to calculate HCF, after prime factorization, we should find out the common factor and give the least power. But in order to find out the LCM, we should write all the factors. Here the factors are 3 into here 3 and 2. So one number one time, that is enough. So here one factor 3, and here the factors are 3 and 2. So 3 is already there, so 2. Then 3 and 5. So 3 is already there, 5. Then give the maximum power. The power, when we compare the powers of 3, this is the maximum. When we compare the powers of 2, this is the maximum. When we compare the powers of 5, this is the maximum, 1. Okay. So 9 into 4, 36. 36 into 5, this is 9, this is 4. 36 into 5, 180. That means answer is 180 minutes. That means after 180 minutes, they will ring the bell together. 180 minutes means 3 hours. Isn't it? 16 to 3 is 180. That means after 3 hours, they will produce the ring together. Okay. If the time is now, if they produce at 12, then after 3 hours, that means after at 3 p.m. they will produce the alarm together. I just explained a example. This is just an example. Anyway, after 3 hours, they will produce the alarm together. Moving to the very last question and very important question. ഞാൻ എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്തു തരാം. ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നമ്മൾ പ്രോബ്ലമായിട്ടൊന്നും എഴുതിക്കൊള്ളൂ നിങ്ങൾ. If the perimeters of two triangles are 25 and 36, find out the ratio of the areas. ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആക്ച്വലി. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ, ഈ ട്രയാങ്കിൾ എന്നുള്ള ചാപ്റ്ററിൽ നമുക്ക് കുറച്ച് സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് കൈൻഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഒക്കെ ചോദിക്കും. നമ്മൾ ഒന്നും പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല, അത് എല്ലാ വർഷവും ചോദിക്കുന്നതാണ്. ബോർഡ് എക്സാമിന് അങ്ങനെ നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കാത്ത രീതിയിലുള്ളൊന്നും ചോദിക്കില്ല, 100% ഉറപ്പ് വരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ അതിന് മുമ്പുള്ള മോഡൽ എക്സാമിനും ബോർഡ് തരുന്ന മോഡൽ എക്സാമിനൊക്കെ ചിലപ്പം ചോദിക്കാം. അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനാണ്. ഞാനിതിന് മുൻ വർഷങ്ങളിൽ കണ്ടൊരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനാണ്, വേറൊരു മോഡലുള്ള ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. അത് നിങ്ങളൊന്ന് ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. സോ എന്താണ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഒന്ന് റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. The perimeters of two similar triangles are 25 cm and 36 cm. Find out the ratio of the areas. Let me explain the question. രണ്ട് ട്രയാങ്കിൾ ഉണ്ട്, സിമിലർ ആണ്. ഈ ട്രയാങ്കിളിൻ്റെ പെരിമീറ്റർ തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട് 25, ഈ ട്രയാങ്കിളിൻ്റെ പെരിമീറ്റർ തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട് 36. ക്ലിയർ? അപ്പോൾ നമ്മളോട് ചോദിച്ചെങ്കിൽ എന്താണ് പെരിമീറ്ററിൻ്റെ, ഇതിൻ്റെ പെരിമീറ്റർ 25. പെരിമീറ്റർ എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ചുറ്റളവ് മൊത്തം ആഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ 3 സൈഡും ആഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഉള്ള സാധനമാണ് പെരിമീറ്റർ. അതാണ് ഇവിടെ 36, 25. ആൻഡ് ഹിയർ ദ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഈസ് നോട്ട് ടു കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ദ റേഷ്യോ ഓഫ് ദ പെരിമീറ്റർ. Question is not to calculate the ratio of the perimeter. Question is just to calculate the ratio of the area. അപ്പോൾ പെരിമീറ്റർ തന്നിട്ട് ഏരിയേൻ്റെ റേഷ്യോ ചോദിച്ചാൽ എന്താ ചെയ്യുക? ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഐ എം ഗോയിങ് ടു ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് എ ഷോർട്ട് കട്ട്. Just find out the ratio of the perimeter first. Actually, the question is to calculate the ratio of the area. Just calculate the ratio of perimeter. What is that? 25 by 36. The perimeter is 25 and 36. So, ratio of the perimeter will be 25 divided by 36. No? Oh, let me correct it as 24. Let me take it as 24. 24 and 36. So the ratio of the, so actually here the perimeter is given, and by giving perimeter they asked for to calculate the ratio of the areas. So what we can do is, I am introducing a shortcut. So just take the ratio of the perimeter. So it is 20, you can correct it as 24. സോ ഇറ്റ് ബിക്കംസ് 24 ഡിവൈഡ് ബൈ 36 അല്ലേ. അത് ജസ്റ്റ് ഇങ്ങനെ ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്താൽ മതി, അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് റേഷ്യോ കിട്ടും. ആക്ച്വലി ദ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഇസ് ടു കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ദ റേഷ്യോ ഓഫ് ദ ഏരിയ. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്തു, അത് കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി റേഷ്യോ ഓഫ് ദ പെരിമീറ്റർ കണ്ടുപിടിച്ചു. ഓക്കെ, വാട്ട് ഈസ് 24 by 36? 4 by 6, you can cancel by 6, and what you can cancel by 2 again, no? Yes, so it becomes 2 by 3. So we got the ratio of the perimeter. Actually the question is to calculate what? Ratio of area. So ratio of the area will be square of the ratio of the perimeter. What was the ratio of the perimeter? 2 by 3. So ratio of the area will be square of that. That means 4 by 9. So this will be the answer. If the ratio of the perimeter is given, then if the question is to calculate the ratio of, or if the perimeter is given, just calculate the ratio of the perimeter first, and if the question is to calculate ratio of the area, take the square of the ratio of the perimeter. That will give you the ratio of the area. In ratio of the area തന്നിട്ട് പെരിമീറ്ററിൻ്റെ റേഷ്യോ ആണ് ചോദിക്കുന്നതെങ്കിൽ ഇതിൻ്റെ സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് എടുത്താൽ മതി. ഓക്കെ, സോ what we did, we discussed very important, some I think around 10 or 11 questions we discussed, and these questions are really helpful for your midterm exam and as well as your first time exam. So please spend a nice time with this video, practice well, and keep this link safe in your mobile phone for the future purpose. Thank you, stay safe.